Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel again. It's been a while since I played around with color, so I really wanted to try my hand at doing a purple smoky eye. So I hope you guys enjoy the look, and if you'd like to see how I created this makeup look, just keep on watching. So I'm starting off with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm just applying this all over the eyes as my primer. This one is in the color Creamy Beige. And I'm using a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to blend this out. Now that my eye is primed, I can go ahead and move on to eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the Lime Crime Venus palette for the first couple of colors. The transition shade that I'm using for today is called Creation. So I'm pretty much just applying this a little bit above the crease. This is just going to make sure the colors blend in really smoothly when I apply all those darker shades. To start adding some depth, I'm going to start using Muse from the Lime Crime Venus palette again. The brush that I'm using is from Crown Brushes. This is the C200 Deluxe Crease Brush. The next color I'm going to be using is from the Balm's Nude palette. I'm going to be taking this color Friendly. It's a really dark purple, and I'm just going to be applying this onto the outer corner of the eyes. And I'm using a more tapered brush to do this. This is a Morphe M431 brush. Then to smoke out the eyes a little bit more, I'm taking the color Fierce from the same palette, and I'm also applying this onto the outer corner with the same brush. For the lid area, of course, I had to jump into the Urban Decay Electric palette. The color that I'm using is called Urban, and I'm just using a e.l.f. I think this is the C shadow brush. Yeah, the C eyeshadow brush, and I'm just packing this with patting motions onto the lid. For liner today, I decided to use the NYC Liquid Eyeliner. Sorry that the print is like pretty much rubbed off of my eyeliner. I'll be getting one soon. But yeah, I'm just creating a winged eyeliner for today. To clean up the eyes, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer again. This one is in the color Warm Honey. For my under eye concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer again. I'm going back to the color Creamy Beige, the same color that I used to prime my eyes. And I'm using this on the under eye area to highlight my nose, my chin, as well as my forehead. To blend this out, I'm using a Beige Cosmetics 117 brush. You can get this from the, I think it's a 10-piece brush set that they have on their website. This is the same brush that I use to blend out my foundation. Then I'm going to start contouring. To contour today, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit. And the color that I'm using today is chocolate, and I also mixed it with a little bit of espresso. And I'm using that same brush, the 117 brush from Beige Cosmetics, to blend. Next, I'm going to start setting the under eye area. Today I'm using the Benai Luxury Powder in the color Banana. I'm using a Real Techniques Beauty Sponge to pretty much apply this onto the under eye area, the nose, the chin, as well as the forehead, just to set any areas that I highlighted with concealer. And I'm just using a fluffy brush to dust away any excess product. To set my contour, I'm using a Lancome powder. This is the Dual Finish powder in the color 550 Suede. Moving back to the eyes, I'm using the Lime Crime Venus palette in the color Creation. I'm using that tapered brush just to make sure I get a really nice smoky look for the under eye area. Then to smoke out the lower lash line a little bit more and add some uniformity to the eye look, I'm using the color Friendly again from the Nude palette from the Balm. Next, you want to start lining your waterline. I'm using MAC's Eye Kohl pencil in Smolder. This is my favorite eyeliner pencil for the waterline just because I feel like it stays on for a really long time, and it also is really easy to smudge if you really want to smoke out that lower lash line. I did put on my lashes off camera. So for lashes today, I used the Ardell Double Up Lashes in the number 203. And I'm just going over the false lashes with some mascara, as well as putting on a couple of coats of mascara for the lower lashes. And for today, I'm using the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. To brighten up that inner corner, I'm going back into the Nude palette with the color Fabulous. It's the really pretty white gold. So I'm just using this to brighten up the inner corner and kind of open up the eyes a little bit more, since the look is really kind of smoky and somewhat dark. For blush today, I decided to use a new favorite of mine. This is the Milani Powder Blush in the color American Beauty Rose. I'm using the Too Faced Candlelight Glow, and this is a highlighting duo powder, so it comes with 2 different shades, but I just like to mix the shades together and apply it to the tops of my cheeks, as well as my nose, chin, and a little bit on the sides of my eyebrows. For that, I'm using a Crown Brush C310 Deluxe Soft Fan Brush. Then last but not least is lips. I'm using the Jordana Easy Liner for lips. This is in the color Coco Loco. These are super cheap liners and they work really well. You can find them at any type of Walgreens. I think they have them at CVS, but I found mine at Walgreens. And for lipstick today, I decided to do the ColourPop Ultra Matte lipstick, and this one is in the color Beeper. And that is pretty much it for the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and leave any suggestions for any future videos in the comments down below. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!